Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Welcome back and welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Another worthless months in this installment, Dognuttery in Canada, episode number 19. And I'm calling this one New Day, Same Old Dog Nuttery. We're going to be discussing dog nuttery that has been going on in Canada in the recent months since I've last been here. Also going to be touching on things that are I'll say non-Canada, dog nuttery and Canada related. So just going to be just discussing again overall dog nuttery in the world pretty much of things that have been going on. In terms of the things that of terms of the dog nuttery in Canada, I didn't really we're gonna look up what's going on in real time. I didn't really open tabs of things. I still have a lot of things to do. So we're going to be looking at things that have been going on in Canada in real time. One thing that we should always know: 1 in 2 fatalities in Canada from dog attacks yearly, 1 to 2, which is far too many. It is still far too many. And with dog nutters, what they're gonna do when they hear something like this, they're gonna bring up people being violent towards people. But I'm not discussing about people versus people. I am talking about your dog culture, your dogs that attack people. That is what the topic of discussion is about. I don't want to say I'm not interested in people versus people, but this platform, this channel, the mission is about getting rid of dogs. How is focusing on people versus people going to get rid of dogs? How is it going to lower the attack stats with dogs to people? Hey, if you dislike people, fine, do that somewhere else. But when we're discussing dogs, stay on topic of discussing dogs. And the only reason why you bring up people when discussing dogs because you have nothing. You have no arguments. The dog nuts have no facts, no defense. They have no offense. They can't play zone. They can't play man to man. They have no formation. That's why they always have to go off topic and bring up people when we're discussing dog attacks. Discussing people isn't going to erase the many lives that we have lost because of dogs. It's not going to erase how vile these dog owners are. It is not going to erase the nature of these dogs. So bringing up people is meaningless when we're discussing dogs. And it is funny how in dog culture or in society generally, when it's about dogs, it's just about when they bring up dogs, it's just about dogs. It's just about dogs. They're gonna worship dogs and praise dogs. But when I'm talking about dogs in a negative way, instead of discussing the matter that's up front, they dismiss it and they bring up people instead. But I don't hear them bring up people when it's people that are training these dogs, drugging up these dogs to do things or to not do things. They never bring up people in when it's like something, so-called positive for the dog. They never bring up people. They only worship the dog, but when it's negative, immediately they want to rush and bring up people. Oh, people kill more, people are mean. I know that. But the topic, the discussion, the mission is about dogs. See these dog nutters, they don't get it. And people will say, oh, you're being mean or you're being out of line for calling them stupid. I'm calling them stupid because they do stupid things. They say stupid things. They own stupid dogs. So they are stupid, but again, they're probably very talented in other categories, but they're dog nutters. And I view dog nutters as stupid. But anyways, 1 in 2 fatalities in Canada from dog attacks yearly, which I think it might be more. It might probably be more. I've yet to discover, a database of dog attacks in Canada. I'm not talking about this wiki thing. This wiki doesn't show everything. Even for the U.S. dog attack, they don't show everything. But I have not found a database in Canada where it displays, past and present dog attacks, list of victims of dog attacks. I don't see that here in Canada. So I personally think this is more. This is more. But anyways, this is going to be real time. We're going to be looking at recent dog news or attacks that have been going on in Canada. We're going to start with a month and see what's been going on. And first thing we see that in Canada, it's estimated that more than 500,000 dog bites occur each year. Over 500,000 dog bites occur each year. And on the ad, while not all of these are children often suffer more since their bites are more commonly around the face, head, and neck. Let's see what's going on in Alberta here. Let's see what's going on in Alberta. Alberta Court of Justice declares dog dangerous, imposes strict conditions following attacks. And what do we know? Bully breeds again. Bully breeds. Always the bully breeds. Owner must comply with several conditions or the worthless mutt will be euthanized. The Alberta Court of Justice has declared a pit bull cross dog dangerous and mandated stringent conditions for his return to his owner. The court's decision follows 2 serious dog attacks on February the 25th in Auburn, Calgary. And somehow it took this long for them to, put down the law here. That's a lot of time. Something happened in February. Now they're just doing this? Now they're implementing these rules and these restrictions now? But that's typical dog culture. Typical dog culture. When these dogs attack, they'll take these things for like 10 days, feed it, groom it, and they will say the dog is fit to stay back in the community. Dogs have it really easy. Let's see what this one is about. They say, we have a problem. Ontario man recounts his beloved dog being in grips of coyote. So it's funny now that They want to say we have a problem only when their worthless mutts are getting attacked. But they're never going to say that when it's people, children getting attacked. They'll just, say, oh, we're going to put more laws and all this, but that does nothing. They're going to use their word salad and act like they care, but it means nothing. But as soon as dogs are attacked, it's a major problem. And this is the news media, where this guy gets to sit on the news and talk about its worthless mutt being attacked by coyotes. When pit bulls are attacking other people, they bring in pro pit bull people on these news medias. They rarely to never bring anti-dog or anti-pit bull people to speak. It's always one-sided. We can't trust these dog nutters. Can't trust what they say. Because they're going to spin it to make their dog or themselves feel like the victim. We have a dog attacked in Stanley Park off-leash area, couple says. How about that? Even in dog parks, dogs are attacking other dogs. I mean, we have dogs attacking their owners, dogs attacking other dogs, dogs attacking other bystanders, dogs attacking children. But no one sees that as a problem. But as soon as one little thing, attacks dogs, it's a major problem. People want to throw stones at the victim, throw stones at the people that, want to get rid of these dogs. But when these pro pit bull people come in with their nasty, worthless mutts, no one wants to say anything. When it's their dogs, when it's them that are promoting and supporting the deaths of people by these dogs. And just another story where dogs are just the worst. It doesn't matter where these dogs are. They are the worst. They are the worst. This dog dies after being attacked by bear in Jasper National Park. Rabies in Canada. Rabies in Canada. Let's see what they're saying about this. Look at the disease risk admits new U.S. dog regulation. This minister guy says or wants to pushes to exempt Canada from stricter U.S. dog regulations at the border due to low rabies risk. Experts warn the disease can still pose a serious domestic threat if left untreated. Rabies is 100% fatal. You know why and where it's coming? It's coming from these dogs. And these are the dogs that a lot of dog nut Canadians want in the country. They want to rescue these dogs from South America, India, Asia, all over the world, and bring them into this country. They don't even want to consider the health risks, the rabies that these dogs have, and they just want to bring them in. That is, why I always say dog lovers are so stupid. Because they're willing to ignore the diseases from these dogs and rushing hundreds to thousands of these dogs into the country, knowing that they're full of diseases, knowing the risk. That is Dognuttery for you. It's only with Dognutters. Any other animal will say, hey, if an animal is sick, they'll say, hey, we gotta put it down. But dogs, you know, they have diseases. Hey, let's keep putting them in here. And why are we even discussing this? You know, this is about keeping us safe. Just do it. We shouldn't have to be discussing, you know, dog regulations of bringing dogs in or whatever the case may be. Just do it. But my guess is that they just want to stir up. They just want to trigger these dog nutters, and so they could be like, no, let's keep bringing in these sick dogs. Someone's going to adopt them. And then they get sick, someone else gets sick, and it's a chain reaction. Chain reaction. My bad. Try to reopen that tab. Sorry about that. Computers again is lagging yet again. Let's see what's happening in Mississauga. Vicious dog attack in Erin Mills area. What's going on? This happened roughly, you could say 18 days ago. Vicious dog attack in Erin Mills. Was driving on the forkway. Saw a large dog pinned on the ground by multiple people and a woman holding her very injured small worthless mutt. Police animal control were called to the scene. Does anyone know what happened? I'm pretty sure this was a standard procedure of pit bulls, bully breed attacking another small worthless mutt. The person says, it was my dog that was killed. I've seen this happen before. A Reddit post, and then the person who's involved is actually answering. But let's see what they're going to say. It was my dog that was killed. I was walking my two boys. Hope they're talking about her children, boys. Okay, yeah. It was my dog that was killed. I was walking my two boys when the large mixed breed weighing a minimum of 100 pounds, not muzzled, ran across the street and grabbed one of my boys. My other boy ran home after he got out of his harness. Okay, so it is the dogs. It's just so. Oh, okay. I just thought when she said boys, talking about her children, her sons. But this dog that is taught her boys actually means her worthless mutts. That's how deluded, deranged these dog nuts are, where they're going to call their dogs their children, or in this case, their boys. And I'm looking at, when they say boys, I'm thinking their sons, their children. But they're actually talking about their worthless mutts. So it's kind of good that they were attacked, because this dog nut is deranged. And the other dog just ran home, ran away, and just got out of the harness and ran away. The other dog couldn't be controlled and never could apparently. And my boy, who wasn't sorry, I can't be saying that. And her worthless mutt, who wasn't even 2 years old, was severely hurt, and we had to put the worthless mutt down. And they're like, it didn't deserve this. They also added it took 3 people to take the dog down. I've said this in one of the recent videos. When these dogs attacks, the owners are useless. So useless where people have to come out of their cars from across the street from another home to stop an attack. That is mind-numbing. That is not safe. Where we have to have bystanders leave their vehicles, leave their homes to stop a dog from attacking? And while the owner is standing there not knowing what to do because they're useless. We should not be having these things. And this is Ontario, where apparently these things are supposed to be banned. It's supposed to be banned. But they're still allowed to roam in the province and in our cities. And what can we do is just keep waiting until another attack happens again and again and again. And I will say that this dog did deserve it. Because I'm going to take a very wild guess and say that this dog nutter never said anything against these bully breeds or pit bulls. Not once did she say anything about them. So if you're not going to say anything about them and you get attacked, or your worthless mutt gets attacked by a bully breed, that is on you. Exception if they're children, because they're children. But if you want to wander this country, this province, the city, knowing that there are bully breeds that are supposed to be banned, knowing that these bully breeds are dangerous, and you say nothing, you have no feelings towards them, then you deserve it, because you're unprepared. You're probably the same one that will keep regurgitating the same talking points. It's the owner. If it was naturally the owners, why are these dogs banned in the first place all over the world, all in Canada? And it's because these dogs are naturally dangerous. And if we have to keep relying on the owners for them not to attack, then it's another reason why we should not be owning them. Because these owners are just not reliable. And these owners are giving these pit bulls a bad rep. So we should stop owning them, get rid of them, so we can stop tarnishing the so-called reputation that these pit bulls have. We all know what that reputation is because again, all they do is attack anyways. So just get rid of these dogs, because the owners, the trainers, the experts, and these other dogs, they aren't helping. You're not speaking out against them. They're not prepared. You're walking your dogs. You're walking on the street. You're not prepared. Where's your weapon? Where's your sword? Where's your bat? Where's your mace? You had none of that. Because you're so ignorant and most likely arrogant. So your dogs did deserve to get attacked and killed by these worthless mutts. It's silly, especially in Ontario, to walk anywhere without a weapon. Because if you're attacked by a dog that's supposed to be banned, or even if it's not a dog that's supposed to be banned, and you're unprepared, it's on you. It's on you. Get a knife. a bat, mace, something is better than nothing. But a lot of these dog nuts will walk out as if nothing's gonna happen to them. Walk out as if no dog is ever gonna attack them. And every day we witness attacks. And I'm pretty sure this dog attack was not on the news. It's on Reddit. So not all dog attacks in Canada is going to make the news. So looking at the whatever that stat is, 1 in 2 fatalities, I think it's a lot higher than that. Where's the I want to see a database. Because there's no database. I don't know. Maybe there is. I just still haven't found it yet. A database of Canada dog attacks, dog fatalities. This is an old one. I'm not sure why it's here again. It says 3 days ago. This is from like 6 months ago, roughly. Well, the child was attacked in Toronto, and the owner just walked away. Okay, this one's old as well. We went through this one before, but it's saying it's 15 hours ago. We're getting bears attacks, even though it's dog attacks. So again, the same old stories that we've touched base on about the child in Edmonton that was mauled to death. It's only 2 weeks old, but this story is very old. It's older than 2 weeks. Let's see what's going on here. We have a worthless mutt that was fried to death in a hot car. And I say, who cares? Good riddance. Goodbye, worthless mutt. We shouldn't be having these worthless mutts anyway. They're mutants. They don't belong indoors. They don't belong outside. They don't belong in cars. They don't belong in the water because they're toxic. They will attack. They're detrimental. They don't belong anywhere. So good riddance. They're just better off dead. And I say this. Since they don't want to allow these dogs to stay in hot cars, why not just bring a crate? Get a crate. Stuff the dog in that crate. You can, I don't know. I don't care what kind of crate it is. Just use your common sense. I don't care what kind of crate is it. Put that dog in the crate. Leave it outside the car. Do your business and come back out. That's what I say. That's what I say. Things like to be crated anyways. They can't take hot cars. Why don't we just leave them in a crate somewhere? I don't care how big it is, how small it is. Put them in a crate outside the car. Do your business. Then leave and get your dog and go away. And these dogs love to play hero. They love to play hero. They see a dog in a hot car, man. They want to play some kind of hero to save these worthless mutts. Because they know these dogs are worthless. They know dogs are worthless. So them, rescuing these dogs or adopting them, that will probably make these dog nuts feel like heroes. Because they know dogs are worthless. They know dogs are lazy. They know dogs are dumb. So they're going to come to the aid of the dog, feed it, give it shelter. Now they're going to feel like a hero. Saving a worthless mutt from its natural state. Like with these When you see these dogs in hot cars, man, they go down to business. They don't care. They're gonna smash that car and to save that worthless mutt. And to the whoever's dog this all could be avoided if you just don't own dogs. Don't own dogs. Period. Could be avoided. They're probably been fined or jailed. Could have been avoided if you just didn't own a worthless mutt. Still getting the same old stories. A lot of these are like very, very old stories. And I mean, again, it's funny how it's just like when you're talking to these dog nuts, you put in dog attacks, but you're getting like bear attacks. You're getting things that are irrelevant. I want to hear about dog attacks here. Dog is missing after crash on Trans Canada Highway near Revelstoke. Let's see if this is going to stay on topic. Let's see if this is about dogs. Let's see if this is going to be about dogs. Father and son facing terror charges and alleged planning violent attack in Toronto. Does this have anything to do with dogs? We'll never know because we have to pay to read these things. Yay, yay, yay. Probably has nothing to do with dogs. See, you realize how off-topic dog nutters are. Even when you're searching for dog attacks, recent dog attacks, they're bringing up things that are old and things that are totally irrelevant. And I think this is done on purpose. This is done on purpose. Totally irrelevant. Totally irrelevant. We already discussed this. Again, I put it as I put the most recent, but I'm still getting things from February, from May, April, March. It's not good at all. Doing 25 hours. See a lot of old stories that I've read before. Alright, let's go to the last one for now. I'm going to read what this is all about. The person says, I'm sick of fake service dogs. Most recently, a worthless pug in a stroller with a vest and a worthless chihuahua that was lunging at people, and she claimed it was a service mutt, but wasn't allowed in the hospital with her. Y'all are the reason real service dogs have issues. I get an emotional support animal for some things, but too many people confuse them and think they are the same when they are in no way are. I mean, if I seen a service dog and if I seen a service dog, let's say they're legit. If I seen a service dog that had a service vest on, and I then see an emotional support dog with an emotional vest on, I'm gonna think they're gonna do exactly the same thing because they're dogs. All they're gonna do is just stand there, wander around, smell the area, stink up the place. They do pretty much the same thing. Pretty much nothing, just standing there. While the dog nut holding the leash is lazy and incompetent. I said it. If you need these worthless mutts that do nothing, then you're incompetent. You really need a dog to go shop for macaroni and cheese? Do you really need a dog to shop for clothes? You can do these things online now. You don't have to go with your worthless mutt to the store anymore. But do you really need one, or are you just, again, that lazy? But anyways, like, what's the difference though? Is there really a difference? A therapy dog, they just stand there, smelling the area, looking dumb, looking ugly, stinking up the place. But I can tell the difference between like maybe a fake one and a real one. The fake ones won't be smelling all over the place all the time. They won't be looking all over the place all the time. But the fake ones will be moving around, wandering around. Everything's giving them anxiety. Their heads moving left to right. Everything bothers them. Obviously, there's a fine line of a difference between the fake service dog and a real service animal or service dog. But end of the day, they're all the same. They're all the same, with the same purpose, and that purpose is so people can walk. And that purpose is so people can walk with a dog, basically get attention. What do you need a service dog for? What do you really need a service dog for? You're telling me years ago you were doing things without a service dog, and all of a sudden now you need a service dog? You need a service dog to pick out apples? Again, it's just full Dognuttery. It's not about helping these sick Dognutters. It's just about pushing the dog propaganda. Don't care what kind of service dog it is. They're all worthless. Emotional support dogs, if it's called. Therapy service dogs, they are all worthless. Police dogs, worthless. All of them. Military dogs, worthless. All of them, worthless. All of them. 100% worthless. I'm gonna say this one for kind of last, but a few stories in the headlines. We have a boy 3 years old in Minnesota was attacked by a dog which was another bully breed. 3-year-old was attacked by another bully breed. Time in Minnesota. And look at here. Bystanders armed themselves with anything they could to fend off the two pit bull mixes. What did I just say in the beginning of this video? We have to have bystanders stop what they're doing to stop these attacks. They're driving, they gotta stop to get out to stop the attack. Even when the owner is right there with the leash, they themselves fail to contain these worthless savage dogs. So bad that people have to probably jump out of the shower to stop these dog attacks. And actually, there was a video of someone that came out with only with a towel to stop a dog attack. It's on Facebook, probably on YouTube. She came out with a towel. I'm pretty sure she was 100% naked. If that towel dropped, she was 100% naked. She came out with a bare towel. I think it was probably winter too, to stop a pit bull attack on another dog. And even then, she failed. The owner also failed. So here we have, again, bystanders having to come to the aid of these dog nutters, pit nutters, to stop a dog attack. It It is far. This is too much. This is too much. This should be embarrassing for these dog nutters. But in dog culture, you have to lack shame. You can't be dog nutters if you have any shame. You can't be dog nutters if you get humiliated easy. You can't be dog nutters if you get embarrassed. You can't be dog nutters if you have some kind of set rules of how you do things. You got to be a loose dog nutter in this dog culture. This is embarrassing. We have to have bystanders trying to stop someone else's dog from attacking. Embarrassing. The document revealed that the dogs were not full pit bulls. Does it matter? They're dogs. And all dogs should be banned. It really doesn't matter the breed. All dogs need to be banned and eliminated from the face of the earth. Obviously, it does matter in terms of, I guess, in behavior and stats. But on the whole scale, on the overall whole scale, and on the mission of wanting a dog-free society, it really doesn't matter what kind of breed it is. Because once they're all dead and have been eliminated, it really doesn't matter what breed they were. And they say the breed boasts especially powerful jaws that inflict more damage than those of any other breed. And a lot of these dog nuts, pit nuts will say Chihuahuas are more dangerous. Say Chihuahuas are more dangerous. Chihuahuas are more aggressive. Chihuahuas attack more. But here we have them saying that these worthless mutts, these American bullies, have one of the most powerful jaws compared to any other breed. And the child is in. Man, we should not. We should not have to witness that. We should not have to witness that. No one should have to go through that. A 3-year-old should not have to go through that because of a worthless mutt, because of a dog. Should not happen. And why it continues. There's a lot of factors to why it continues. But one of the main factors of why it happens is because of dognuttery. Because of dog nutters. Because they want to endanger people. They want to own these dangerous dogs. For the thrill? For the challenge? Because they're ignorant? Because they're arrogant? And what does it do? It gets 3-year-olds. It kills 3-year-olds. It injures 3-year-olds. No child, no person should have to go through this. But we have dog nutters bringing these dogs into the community, into the homes, and it's the same story every time. Woman who bravely stopped pitbull mauling man 24 to death on walk near primary school claims the dog would have killed him if she hadn't intervened. And here we go again, where someone else has to intervene when these dogs attack. It's not a squirrel where you can just shoo them away. It's not a bird where you can just shoo them away. These are dogs that will keep coming at you. And these dogs' mission is to kill you. not to just bite you and leave you alone. It's to kill you. Some animals, in case you're like bothering them, they'll just bite you and try to leave and just walk away or run away just to get you away. I think cats are a good example of this. Cats, when you invade a cat's space, they're gonna sometimes they'll bite you, but they're gonna slap you and let you know, hey, you're too close. You're rubbing me the wrong way. They're gonna slap you and then they're gonna stop. They may slap you maybe a couple times in that one time, but then they're going to stop. But dogs, they'll just keep coming no matter the restraint. No matter who owns a dog, no matter who's pulling or who's pushing, no matter if you're trying to run away, no matter if you're high, no matter if you're low, no matter if you're running or walking or standing like a tree, they're going to come at you until you are dead. So this 24-year-old man was being mauled, and this lady had to come to his rescue. The man was walking. Whoa, so it was his dog, I think. The man was walking the black pit bull terrorizer, crossed through a playing field in South Wales when it suddenly turned on him this morning. So this makes things even worse. Makes things a little worse. Where this dog nutter, tough ass pit nutter, had to be saved by a woman because its dog was attacking him, and he could not stop the dog from attacking until a woman had to save him. Oh, this is comical. It's comical. And I'm pretty sure this guy, act like he was a tough guy. They're going to show a picture of him. Probably act like he was a tough guy. But then as soon as he's getting attacked by his own worthless mutt, a woman had to save his ass from his own dog. Let's see if they're going to show a picture of the pit nutter that was attacked, so we can get a good face at this loser pit nutter who couldn't stop his own dog from attacking and needed a woman who he didn't even know had to come rescue his ass. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with women coming to the aid of a man, but the fact that these pit nutters act tough, that they get these dogs and act tough, and when the dogs turn on them, they themselves cannot stop the dog from attacking. So bad that women who are most commonly attacked by these dogs, have to come and save his punk ass from being mauled to death. I think that is hilarious, especially when it happens to these pit nutters. These pit tards, these bully tards. It's funny. We're like, oh no, you're insensitive. Hey, these dog nuts and pit nuts, they will let their dogs maul natural animals. They will let their dogs maul cats, and they're gonna laugh at it. A lot of you are gonna laugh and find it funny that their pit bull mauled another natural animal to death. And you're not thinking that was insensitive. You think it's funny. So now when I find something funny, like a pit nutter getting mauled by his own dog, all of a sudden I'm insensitive. But they're allowed to laugh. They're allowed to be reckless, but I can't laugh at these pit nutters. That's the fairness of dog culture, where they and their dogs are allowed to do certain things, but you can't do it. I mean, they want you to love dogs, but even if a dog, annoys you, they don't want you hating dogs. They want you to like dogs. Instead of hating on the dog, they want you to blame the owner, as if that's ever going to really do anything. But if anything, hating dogs actually is beneficial, because when you hate dogs, you stay away from them. And when you're most likely to stay away from dogs, it's a less chance that you're going to be attacked. But compared to when you like dogs and love dogs, you're going to be around them more. And the more you're around them, the higher the chance of you getting attacked and killed by these worthless mutts. There are many cases of these dog nuts working in these shelters, helping these dogs, feeding the dogs, and guess what? They still get attacked because they were comfortable around the dog. They love dogs, and yet they were attacked and or killed by the dog. So when you hate dogs or are scared of dogs, you stay away from them. When you stay away from them, it lessens the chances of you ever getting attacked and or killed by these dogs. It's not 100% proof. Obviously, it's not 100% proof. As in, it's not 100% dog proof. As in, you're not ever. It's not like you're not going to get attacked. But it lessens the chances that you will be attacked. But a lot of these dog nuts, they want you to love dogs. They want you to put yourself in between dogs. That's what they want you to do. They don't want you to be afraid. They don't want you to hate them. They don't want you to have an opinion that is negative towards dogs. They just want you to love dogs. But how can I love something that is ugly, that is dangerous, where the owners and the culture are so toxic? You're not giving me anything to like here. Even if you take away the dog and you just focus on the owner, these owners, again, they are rude, they are reckless, they are toxic, they are selfish, they are dog-centric, they only care about the dog, they're nasty, they're disgusting, they'll let their dog shit everywhere, and they won't clean it up. Let their dogs annoy people. No, I hate dogs. And I can even say so, I hate these owners too. I hate dog culture, I hate the dog experts, and I hate the dog trainers. I hate the dog industry. I hate it all. And again, I really do hope. I hope that one day that we will be able to live in a dog-free society. Even if it's just a country, a province, a city that is 100% dog-free, that is progress. That's progress. Woman dies after dog attack in Southend. Police have seized two animals. They call it two animals. They're worthless. They're brain damaged mutants from an address, and their investigation into the tragic incident is continuing. Yay. 34-year-old woman has died after she was attacked by a dog in Essex. Police officers were called to the address at 11:30 p.m. So she was attacked in the middle of the night. She suffered serious injuries and was taken to the hospital, where she died in the early hours of Tuesday. And they still need to do an investigation. Like, why? What's the point of that? Are they going to question the dog? Like, hey, dog, what did you do? What did you see? That's foolishness. After an assessment, the officer was not judged to be a banned breed. Again, it doesn't really matter if it's a banned breed or not. All dogs are dangerous. Like these dog nuts pit nuts say, that all dogs are capable of being aggressive. All dogs are capable of biting. So let's ban them all then. Ban every single one of them. Eliminate them all then. So they weren't there to see the attack. There are two dogs. And they're going to take two dogs into custody. That's what they mean. And And they're saying just one of them is believed to have been involved. They weren't even there though. They didn't see what happened. By default, these worthless mutts should be eliminated. By default, these worthless mutts need to be eliminated. Doesn't make sense to take one to euthanize one but keep another one alive. You weren't even there. The other dog didn't even stop the attack. How do you know the other dog didn't tell the other dog to go and attack? You know, maybe these dogs speak some kind of language to each other. And the dog was like, "Hey, you go attack and kill the owner." We don't know that, and that's why we should eliminate all dogs. Stop playing these games, these nonsensical games. It's the same story. Oh, it's 34-year-old. I'm not even sure if it was her dog. Her dogs. There has been a new focus on dog abuse after recent attacks. Again, these people are just worthless. Year in, year out, they just come to say the same thing over and over again. Like, why don't they allow anti-dog people, anti-pitbull people to speak? Let us speak on these news medias. Because you allowing these other nutters to speak, it does nothing. We keep coming back where we always end up at, if that makes sense. Because we keep arriving at these dog attacks. And when we come back here, we're repeating the same things. You're getting a pro pitbull person to speak. What sense does that make? It hasn't helped nothing. It hasn't helped anything. I'm not sure if these were even her dogs. They both should be eliminated, though. And we have another 57-year-old that was killed after being attacked while walking her worthless mutts. Woman died after she was attacked while walking her worthless mutt in Suffolk. A 57-year-old was found unconscious by a member of the public laying on a track near Rectory Lane at 6:25 a.m. So that's really early. Miss Rhodes had left her house at around 5 a.m. to take her her worthless mutt for a walk. She suffered head injury. Head injury, was taken into the hospital, and she died Sunday morning. The Rose family paid tribute to her in a statement saying, "Our mom was well known and loved in the community. She was brutally taken from us, devastatingly too early, and we have been robbed of so much time with her. And you know why that is? It's because of these worthless mutts. You failed to stand up against these dogs. You failed to speak up. She wasn't armed. Most likely wasn't armed, didn't have a weapon. That means she was comfortable. That means she was ignorant and arrogant to walk out without some type of weapon, knowing that other dogs are in the area. And it should be standard procedure. It should be something that's common sense. You're going to take a walk out in the neighborhood, carry some form of weapon, just in case you're attacked by a dog. There are dogs in the neighborhood. There are bully breeds in the neighborhood. There are pit bulls in the neighborhood. Maybe we should take some kind of weapon with us. And if you don't do that, then it's on you. You're not prepared. You're too comfortable. And she was also a dog nutter too. She probably thought all dogs were the same. All dogs were friendly. And I said it, and I mean what I say. Because I'm tired of this dog culture. And it is dog nuts like this that have allowed it to be what it is today. She supported it. She benefited from it. And if you're not going to speak up against dogs, or at least against pit bulls, and if you're not going to have a weapon with you, and if you're going to be ignorant and arrogant about dogs, then this is what's going to happen to you dog nutters. Dogs don't care if you're a dog lover. Dogs don't care if you are a dog lover. And there's that old saying that dogs can sense good or bad people. This was a dog lover who most likely loved her worthless mutt. But another dog decided to attack and kill her. Last bit I want to talk about is trauma. The more like the aftermath of dog attacks. We know that the pain of dog attacks hurts. When that dog, pierces its teeth into your skin, into your bones, into your ligaments, muscles. It hurts. It's gonna hurt. It stings. It's painful. You're gonna bleed. You're gonna get a limb amputated. You're gonna get stitches. You're gonna get scars. And that's bad. But I accept that the trauma, if you do survive, the aftermath of it is a lot worse in a sense. I'm not downplaying the physical pain here, but the aftermath, the trauma, the emotional, the spiritual pain can hurt a lot more. People who are attacked by dogs, especially these pit nutters, they don't plan on getting attacked. They have other plans of going to XYZ, becoming XYZ. And all it takes is one dog attack. Just like with this dog nutter, one dog attack. And your life is ruined. And you don't just ruin, when these dogs attack and kill someone, they don't just ruin one life. They ruin families. They ruin relationships. Are not just, even if even if they weren't part of the attack, they can still experience trauma from losing someone from a dog attack. It's the emotions afterwards that will hurt a lot, because it's going to be everlasting. You're always going to be reminded of what happened. You can look at the scars, your limbs that may or may not be there, the stitches, your face, and it's going to remind you of dogs and dog attacks. And you'll forever be just someone who was attacked by a dog. Where you're gonna probably get flashes, nightmares. It's gonna hurt. All it takes is one dog, one experience. You don't even have to be physically attacked. There are some cases where people have been chased by dogs and they have been traumatized, like yours truly. Chased, and I'm traumatized. It's the way dogs behave, like brain damaged mutants, and that's what they behave like. They attack you, they go near you. You end up getting traumatized. And the future that you were going for is no more. The future that you wanted is now gone because of the trauma that these dogs and dog owners caused. It's not worth owning these dogs. No one should be owning them. It doesn't matter if the owner trains them or not. It doesn't matter. Because there are those still in the community. Many cases of dog escaping, even on a leash, attacking people, leaving people traumatized of something that could have and should have been easily avoided. People are not born with dogs. They don't just come out of the room with a dog. It's people that are going and buying these dogs and placing them in the community, placing them in the homes, placing the dog on top of a newborn. We've seen that, especially with pit bull nutters. It's funny that how it's usually pit nutters that will, usually the pit nutters, that will show off their dog placed on top of their newborn baby, and they will take pictures and videos. It is usually the pit nutter, the bully tards that do this. Just to show that, hey, I have trained this thing not to attack my baby. I'm a good owner. Hey, check this out. And a lot of pit nutters and dog nutters would applaud it. But all it takes is that one moment. That one moment where that baby gets mauled. Or if it grows up to be a child, it gets mauled to death. Or maybe it survives. And that child has to live with the trauma. Just like the 3-year-old we read earlier. And the many other children that survive dog attacks. They have to live with the trauma. Even this grown man. Still dealing with trauma after 3 years. Grown man. Imagine children. Where they absorb things much more. They absorb things much quicker. And I can say I've been there in a way, because I haven't been attacked. But I know what it's like to be chased by dogs and to have that moment of, flight or fight. I've been there, and I hated it. And those moments made me hate dogs. Those moments where I'm around dogs made me want to kill dogs. Maybe not kill dogs, but I wanted dogs to get rid of. I want dogs to go away. I was a child. And I wanted dogs to go away. I wanted dogs to just drop dead. I didn't care. I wanted them to just to be dead because of the trauma they caused me. They put me in a state where I did not have to be in. All I wanted to do was just play, be happy. That's it. But when you put a dog in the mix, I get nervous. I got anxious. I got scared. I panicked. My brain is doing its thing. My heart's doing its thing. My lungs are doing its thing. My body's doing its thing. And it's a state where I don't want to be in. And once I'm in that state, once something like a dog put me on ease, that thing becomes my enemy. And I want that dog to be eliminated, to gotten rid of, because it bothered me so much. I was just a kid. But 5 years reading into this stuff. 5 years, man, reading into this stuff. It's weird to say 5 years reading into this stuff. My hatred as a child, as an adult, from a child as an adult, it has been justified. Dogs ruin lives. You don't have to be attacked. You don't have to be killed by a dog. But they are going to ruin lives. And in dog culture, they don't want you to feel such a way. They want you to be dog nuts. But that's not happening with me. Not then, not now. I've hated dogs, always have hated dogs. Hate them all. After the things that these dog owners do and dogs do, these things really need to be eliminated because things are only getting worse at this point. Things are getting worse. And the solutions and this so-called advice that these dog nuts give out, it's pointless. Things are only getting worse because of after they tell this advice and all this junk they say. Identifying PTSD in dog bite victims. Often dog bite victims may experience symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder after being bitten, especially children following the attack. Many dog bite victims do not receive the psychological support they need, and symptoms may persist for months to years after the attack. The symptoms are intrusive thoughts and memories, avoidance, they'll try to avoid similar experiences, and most likely they'll avoid dogs. Changes in their cognition, pronunciation, cognition, and mood. Remember when I had to deal with dogs? Dogs spoiled my mood. They spoiled my mood. And ever since then, I just hate dogs. Hate them. You can't say give them a chance when all I read about them is the attacks. How gross they are, annoying they are, how ugly they are. Why would I want to give that a chance? And especially when they have dim-witted owners that are so narcissistic, so selfish, so dog-centric, so rude, so vile, so reckless. Why would I want to give dogs a chance when it associates with that? No, thank you. Changes in arousal and reactivity. May experience heightened arousal and display reactive symptoms. Some behavioral changes they might experience include easily started, trouble concentrating, inconsistent sleep patterns, feeling irritable, being high alert, guarded, acting reckless, and engaging in self-destructive behaviors. Um, and also, cats as well will experience uh, trauma after being attacked by dogs. So it's not just us people, it's not just the children, it's not just the adults, it's cats as well. I wouldn't say just cats, but any other natural animal that's been attacked by dogs, we all end up feeling traumatized because of these worthless mutts. Because of these worthless mutts. Like, we are all endangered. Cats, natural animals, children, adults, we're all endangered. We're all at risk here. And you look at every problem that we have that with these dogs, the dogs all are always attacking, are always involved. It's the dog that is just doing things, just being a dog. And dogs being a dog is unacceptable because it's getting people, natural animals, killed. They're making them live in a nightmare. And it is not fair. I may sound like a child saying that, but it truly isn't fair. That these violent, dangerous dogs can roam the earth, roam communities, the home, attack us, and they expect us to not feel any way towards dogs. We've tried it their way for a very long time, to just ignore, to keep running and hiding from these dogs. We've tried it their way. But it doesn't work, though. Too many people around the world, in Canada and the US, have been attacked by dogs. And it's not just the attacks alone that are the problem. It's the annoyance. It's the barking. It's the defecating on neighbors' property. It's looking at these ugly things, smelling their ugly things. It's these nasty dog owners who will rub and kiss and grope their dog and then touch you afterwards. It's so much more than just attacks. So much more than just attacks. And that's why, and that's a roadblock for a lot of dog nutters. Because when you bring up all these other things, they have no argument. No argument. Because these dog nuts have been conditioned to behave a specific way. Not to ask questions, not do your own research, just follow along with whatever a dog nutter says. And they just do it. And then when someone like me comes around and says things about dogs, they don't know what to say. So what they do is they go off topic. They talk about people. You're talking about dogs. The post is about dogs. The comments about dogs. But they're going to talk about people. But if that doesn't work, they're going to end up insulting you. So you see, it's because these dog nutters, they don't know anything. They're brainwashed. They're delusional. So I can easily say it's not their fault the way they are. I can easily say that. But end of the day, these dog nuts are responsible for their own actions, their own words, and their own well-being. They're responsible for all that. And they've all failed. Because there have been too many deaths, too many complaints regarding these dogs, and these dog owners and dog nuts, they failed. They cannot keep these worthless mutts contained. They cannot keep these worthless mutts in order. Even the worthless mud itself cannot keep itself in order. So why should I rely? Why should I play nice? Why should I, be passive with this dog culture? When this dog culture itself is putting children into the grave. This dog culture itself is annoying people, driving people crazy. But these dog nuts, they just want me to be like them and ignore everything. But that's not gonna happen. And there, this is Score the Dog Butcher with another Worthless Mutts, and please, pretty please, let's normalize dog hatred. Thank you for watching.